Hey everyone. So we decided yesterday that we're not going to go forward for building damage or GBE. Instead we went back for troop health, some extra cannons, and we were so close to getting a sky shield. But this last minute we're going to make a different choice. Instead of a sky shield that, even though it might slow down people, a doom cannon right now might be really strong, especially with no heavy choppers around. It has a really wide range, and maybe it forces people to use bombers. Like we already faced a few Doom Cannon bases and they were a lot tougher than Sky Shields. So we're gonna give this base a shot and try it a few hits. And if you face similar bases like yesterday, we'll probably do the same strategy. But if we face bases like this with a Sky Shield or maybe Doom Cannons, then we might have to change things up. So like this one here, I think it might be safer just to go everyone from the left side. It's going to be tough dealing with that Sky Shield, maybe critters and some shocks. But I think we can try, let's say, all RCs from one side. Like taking a bomber is a little tough, especially with those critter launchers. So it's either all RCs from the left or all RCs from the right. And of course it's a bit tougher when we only have 40% GB. But I think we might just do it from all from the right side, I think. And hopefully not losing every single rocket chopper. We do maybe even have to swap to some bomber hits. But we can go ahead, get some GB here, so kill that flame, then stay on the right side. And I think we can just do one flare on the far side. Trying to be a bit safer on these kind of hits. So we'll do one critter on that flame, distract for that cannon, and then later on we can do some shocks. Just eye on the boom cannon, see its range right now. And in just a bit, throw that shock. So if the other cannon doesn't die in time, maybe we can flare it. We're kind of watching it right now. I think we should be okay. Pretty soon we'll do one more shock, especially on that boom cannon right there. And later on, maybe just more shocks as we go. Like we'll do one more shock on that cannon. So wait just a few seconds. Get a shock going right now. And I think we can start doing a few critters on this side. We'll do one right here. Get everyone moving and especially shock those machine guns. Get one more critter. And we'll do a bit of a flare on this side. Just so the RCs are closer to that boom cannon and can kill it a bit faster. Want to shock pretty soon. So get one going for that boom cannon. And just making sure everyone's kind of on that side. Want the boom cannon down, but might lose one RC. And after we do, we'll do another flare on this side because that cannon's in range. And as soon as that dies, I think one more shock should be enough. We're gonna spam it. So killing a few of these buildings. And don't want to be too aggressive. So we'll kill this cannon and just finish off the ER. It still is way slower than doing the normal style hit. Instead of a 230 time, we're getting like 2 minutes. But maybe it's enough. Another reason of being slow is not trying to waste too many rocket choppers. But over here, looks like a win. And we can see how our base did on the first hit. So 133, see if we use rocket choppers or it looks like bombers right here. So maybe just going all from one side, which you're kind of forced to do because that Doom Cannon has just so much range. And if you use rocket choppers, maybe takes that at least 2 extra shock bombs. Granted, he only had 20% GB, so there's not much he could have done. But because on the right side, maybe he crittered out 1 ER, it looks like. Already cleared a few mines with 1 crits. And with only 30 seconds left, yeah, it seems like he just crittered out this ER. So we made a few changes, mainly just moving 1 ER more towards the right side. And kind of making the rockets concentrated towards the left. So when someone does use rifles, hopefully the rockets really pin them down. And as we get some more building damage, rockets do even more. But we'll kind of upgrade both things, building damage and GBE. And we got another match over here. This guy looks like no Sky Shield or Doom Cannon. So I think we'll still take a bit safer approach. Could go from the right side and then left, and then back around. Does have 3, 4, 5, just 7 cannons. Or we can just go all from one side. Just trying to see which one's a bit safer. Don't think the bomber hit really makes sense because there's like 3 critter launchers right there. And those critters can really pin down those rifles. So I think it might be safer just going... Well, we can just go all from one side. Keep it safe and simple. So just all the RCs from the left, and as we go use some critters and shocks. And clearing even a few buildings gives some GBE, so it always helps out. I think all the RCs should go on the right side. We can shock this first boom cannon, maybe do a critter on the blind spot of the critter launcher. Don't know where that RC is going. And of course we love losing an RC in the first 10 seconds. So trying to be a bit early with critters, just in time for that cannon. And then maybe just do a critter shock right here. Get a shock going on the critter launcher, and a critter for that boom cannon. I really like critter shocks because it just offers both protection. Critters can target almost everything, and that shock bomb is pinning down the splash. We can do one more shock in just a bit, getting down the rest of that stuff. And I think the cannon should die, otherwise we can just always flare it. So if you want to make sure a cannon dies in time, just flare it down, dies right there. And we'll do one flare on the right side with the shock. Since we're kind of near the back of the base, do the shock a little early. And we're the same deal with that flare, because the shock is going to expire pretty soon, so we can just flare that cannon to make sure it dies. And over here, we can save for even one more shock, but I think we'll do a critter instead. Sucks we lost another RC. But we can go ahead and just save for one more shock right here. And I think we have enough for one more flare. And I just realized he retreated, so I guess it's an easy win. See what happened to that guy. But one more shock, and even though it's super slow, like even slower than the other base with the sky shield, I think you can afford to be a lot slower now when you have that doom cannon. But we'll see what happened to that guy. Seems like he only got, well, no ERs. So all RC is going from one side. It looks like Critter's here. So he lost one to that cannon, and well, maybe he's also no one's in training, doesn't want to lose troops, but having only 50 GB against a Doom cannon isn't a lot of fun. But that's also going to be 20, and we'll get that chest. Because Doom cannon is so strong, we might even be able to push even further. So with that 120 chest, we can go ahead and pick up building damage. We're going to leave troop health at 60 for a while, but just keep on rolling with that DC and maybe upgrade the building damage a bit. I think even to 30% should be good enough, because it really affects even rocket launchers or snipers, just pinning down those rocket choppers. And here we got a base that's kind of like ours. There's just no sky shield or doom cannon. So maybe what we can do is be really safe from the left side, taking one rifle, one mech, and 6 RCs. And it's going from the far left and around the whole base. So let's do a rifle mech at the same time. And we do want to wait a bit. I guess we can do like 2 RCs, start working that sniper machine gun, just so more can then stay on the left side. Let's do maybe even one more RC. Don't want to do all of them because they're so fast, and do want the rifle mech to get there at some point. So now's a good time for the rest of the RCs. And then maybe at some point do a shock bomb on the cannon. Just kind of watching where the RCs are going. But I think right now, throwing that shock. So always trying to look where the RCs are going and then throw the shock at the last possible moment. So that critter launcher is still being annoying, and do a second win, bring back some more rifles. And plenty of rifles to start distracting the boom cannon. It's almost like free critters. We can do a shock bomb, or we can just let it go. The good thing about this path is we do have the extra troop health, So we can afford to be, I guess, a bit safer with rifles. They last a lot longer. And maybe do one shock bomb right there. And don't want to use too many shocks anymore. In fact, maybe we can critter out this ER. So in fact, we'll try that right here. Do, let's say, one shock and 3 critters. Because on the left side, the mech should distract long enough. The micro, please die. To be safe, we'll do one more shock. Of course, we missed it, but got super lucky. And on that side, we'll do one critter for those cannons. Because don't want to lose any RCs. So this ER should die. And we might still lose one to that cannon, but then just flare that last ER. So it looks like around a 2-minute time again, and we'll see what he gets. It's like he had critter launchers, we had a doom cannon, but we'll see who wins. I feel like a doom cannon will do a lot more, and yeah, seems like it. Whether or not he has RCs, we don't know, but either way, he's forced to use some bombers. Got a base right here. This one has a doom cannon. So maybe we'll try the same approach, going that one rifle mech from the left side. Because maybe it's just enough to get through all of this. Can do the rifle on the right and the mech going on the left. Maybe even one critter, because we didn't use too many critters in the last hit. So one could be really good for clearing a few shock mines for the mech. Or in fact, just the opposite, a critter for the cannon, and the rifle can do a lot more mines on the left side. So that rifle mech will do a critter here with maybe just nothing. Let the critter take down the cannon. Because if you drop the RCs now again, they go too far in front. Mech is going to be shocked, but that's okay. We'll do maybe just 2 RCs for now. Let the rifles go on up and clear a few mines. And as we get the mech going, do the rest of the RCs. We'll probably do a second wind in, well, maybe once a pack of 4 mines die. I feel like the other cannon might be looking at RCs pretty soon, so we'll do one more critter. And I think now is a good time for a second wind. So a few rifles up there. Let's get a shock going on shock launcher boom cannon. Especially because we don't want the mech to die, already getting hit by that doom cannon. Get a critter going on the far side. And just watching it go, let's do another second wind. And maybe just waiting a bit. Let's do a shock on that DC, because the mech we really want alive to not only stun like cannons, boom cannons, but also splash for the rifles. Not too much GBU left, so maybe just holding off a bit. Let's do a shock right there, especially for that boom cannon. And maybe it's not looking too bad. Got the mech on the right side, rifles on the left. Chance we do have to worry about speed though. So we could save to flare the last few ERs. We'll wait just a bit. Can do a critter because blind spot of those 2 rockets. And now we just gotta go for it. We flare down this ER. Critter should distract. And then just one more flare. Get a shot going. Maybe one of the cannons looks at an RC. But still around a 2-minute time, so not too bad. So Doom Cannon versus Doom Cannon. See who wins. And this guy's in diamond too, so hopefully some good stars. But looks like we got him. 19 right there, and keep on going. And I think there will be a time coming up soon where some people who rush ahead to 6 ER and heavy choppers can deal with these Doom Cannon bases. But for right now at 5 ER, it's working out pretty well. This one has a Sky Shield on the left side. But I think take the same safe approach with that 1 rifle, 1 mech. And just going from the left. So I think same deal, just doing rifle mech right there. Get a critter working on that cannon. And hopefully it dies in time, but I think it should. Because sometimes the rifles like to go on the right side, so do want the cannon down pretty soon. and then start maybe 3 RCs over here. And I think in just a bit, 3 more on the left side. We could maybe do like the other hit and critter out this ER. Just don't have to worry about too much. In that case, just watching this side, maybe a shock in that cannon, just kind of watching where the rifles go. But it looks okay over here. And just watching, making sure there's always enough rifles alive for the mech. But I think pretty soon we'll do second wind right now. Especially with the second wind, the rifles are really spread out, so it looks just okay. I think we'll do one shock when the hotbot wakes up, otherwise it's gonna roast all our rifles. So get that going. Hopefully it's enough. Got that right there, and we'll even do one more second wind. But now we can start doing some critters. We'll do one shock, and I don't know if 2 critters are enough. Actually, it might not be. So we'll have to do a lot more shocks on this side. Just keep on shocking right here. And of course, that rocket's being annoying. But on second thought, we're just gonna go ahead and clear the whole base like normal. Because not enough GBE to go ahead and critter out this. We want to flare down that ER. So maybe if we face a space again, save the GBE on those 2 critters and shock. Instead, just maybe be more aggressive on the last 2 ERs. Either way, I think it's fine because it's still again around a 2-minute time. Getting this last ER down, 155. Again, loving that we're not losing too many rocket choppers, but getting that win. And that's going to put us at diamond, so a pretty okay push as soon as we got the Doom Cannon. Hitting that chest, and like we faced this guy with the Doom Cannon, even that was a close win. But everyone else either getting like 130 times or not even finishing the base. So 1 defense, that Doom Cannon really helping us out. And now for next steps, we're still not going to go for mortars or critter launchers. Happy with that DC. Instead, we're just going to keep on going forward. 1 more chest for gunboat energy, maybe get that level 3 or 4. And then just save for 6 ER and heavy choppers. With that Doom Cannon getting the job done. And that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.